12. We got like a Big 12 reunion going on out in Colorado Springs right now, where there's training for the U19 men's, I guess it's a FIBA World Cup team. Bingo for USA basketball. And I know that training facility, like it's nothing like, let me tell you, let's take it back. I haven't been there in 20 years. But the facility, I remember, it's sort of like, it's not like this mecca of basketball. You got a bunch of courts together, and it's obvious the guys right now from the pictures we're seeing are training. Tommy Lloyd is the head coach, Big 12 guy, Arizona. Grant McCaslam, one of his assistants. And we got A.J. Dybantsa out there just playing out of his mind. The quote is that from a scout or someone of note was that he's playing like he's from another planet. And that not only is he like giving, remember now, this is like a workout. I mean, he's, so like, you're not necessarily like, there aren't games yet, right? But like, he's dominating. And apparently in one of the games where his team was down late, he basically willed them, dug in, played sick D, and willed them to a victory.
I read yeah, sick D, and then he had like 14 points in a row or something. Yeah.
So what do you make of this right now, Scotty? I mean, is this too soon for the hype, or is this?
No, he's worthy of the hype.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think as far as the number one recruit goes, like he is living up to everything he's been asked to live up to so far. I mean, I would argue, we've talked so much about the Mavs getting Cooper Flagg. I would argue AJ is even a higher ceiling prospect, and thus far has garnered, I think, more attention for good reason. Yeah, I think he's that good.
Well, and you hear like, look, it's one thing to hear, okay, he's having success. It's another thing to hear he's dominating.
He's dominating others his age who are the best in the country. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
that's the report.
And I can say this truly, like from working with USA Basketball, like, again, this is a long time ago, but I was working with a team where Kelvin Sampson was the coach, Tom Crean was an assistant, but you had like Adam Morrison, Charlie Villanueva, Sean May, guys who were big time prospects at the time. And I don't remember anybody hands down dominating. It's hard to do that when you're playing amongst a bunch of other all-stars.
Well, and
that speaks to
not to let my biases play too much into this here, but we heard a different report out of Hoop Summit because you've got the
Tunde.
whole. Well, it's the whole international side, right?
Yeah.
Tunde being one of the big ones, but several guys, playing for that side. So, as we've talked about the dynamics of basketball shifting, more and more and more international players, maybe surpassing a lot of Americans in a lot of ways. It is interesting that AJ seems to just absolutely be head and shoulders over the other. Now, not every American's at this camp. The Boozers, not there. There's some others like that.
Yeah.
But of the guys there, AJ is just killing. Koa Pete's there.
Yeah.
Baylor commit recently. Isaiah Williams is there. And, Dybantsa's just kind of running circles around them.
What's up with his YouTube page?
Yeah, so that's what I wanted to talk about.
This guy, Scotty, is so pumped about this.
Yeah. So AJ's getting both buckets and subscribers here. So he's got 14,000 subscribers on a YouTube page that has just 7 videos up here. I'll show you the screenshot I took today of his YouTube page. This is what it looks like. AJ Dybantsa on YouTube. His most recent video, 57,000 views. BYU students share their NBA hot takes. He's just walking around campus, and it's fantastic. I watched it today. He's walking around campus going, "Hey, you want some free clout?" Because everyone knows who he is. You got to imagine any dude on that campus knows who he is, right? I mean, and he's the tallest guy on campus, right? So he's walking around with a microphone going, "Hey, you want some free clout? Come be on my YouTube." And he's asking them for their hot takes. Now, if I could give some advice to AJ Dybantsa, which I am not qualified to do, but I'm going to anyway, I would say he needs to work on his on-camera presence a little bit.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's kind of like look. He's looking like he's tall, so he's looking down a lot. But it seems like I want him to look at the camera more. He's kind of, but like the dude has potential, bro. And what it made me think of, and we talked about this just kind of before the break, I teased this kind of new media landscape that you and I are taking advantage of by doing this show.
Yeah.
That I think we really saw emerge in Division I athletics when Deion Sanders took over Colorado.
Yeah.
And he's literally got dudes on that Colorado staff that their job is to document and put it on Instagram. Like that's what they do.
Yeah.
And I think AJ is really savvy and smart to use this momentum where he doesn't have any haters yet, right?
Yeah.
There's nobody right now that's like selling AJ Dybantsa stock. We're all kind of buying it and waiting to see what happens at BYU. Great time for him to go up, build a following, build some maybe personality, likability, get some people in America getting to know him. This is how you build a brand to where, yeah, dude, you go average even 16 and 11 at BYU this season, and you've built tens of thousands of subscribers on YouTube. You're gonna get the Nike deal. You're gonna right, like that's the new. That is the world we live in. So I saw his YouTube channel a couple days ago. I looked into it a little more this morning, and I was just like, it made me like him.
Yeah.
I'm going to be rooting against him this season as a Baylor guy, but I'm like,
do you get any? So he's from Brockton, Massachusetts. What any like Massachusetts flair, anything like that? Like, do you get any
dude, I need to watch more of his content.
Okay.
The next video I'm going to watch, here, I'll throw this screenshot back up. You see on the bottom left there, I worked at McDonald's for a day. I don't know if that's a Trump-inspired or Trump counter or nothing to do with Donald Trump because, of course, he had that stunt in his campaign. But I saw that. I was like, I have to watch that. I have to watch AJ Dybantsa sticking his head out the McDonald's window, right? Like, I think – you see here on the top right, he answered the 100 men versus gorilla question, which I joked with you we should do on this show, and we never got around to it. Like it seems like he has an awareness of the content that will get clicks, how to use his rising stardom and his social currency to gain a following, and I think it's smart. Makes me like him.
Yeah,
it makes me want to root for him, even though I will be rooting against him in Big 12 play this year. Like he seems like a really genuine, likable person. And again, I just was laughing my butt off this morning. He's walking around campus going, "Hey, you want some free clout? You want some free clout? Get on my YouTube." And like dudes are like, "Yeah, bro," like of course.
Do you know what I love about him right now?
Tell me.
And it speaks to this is why this YouTube channel is so cool. He's almost like a rumor. And this is what I mean. Unless you're like really diving deep into the AJ Dybantsa media and trying to find clips of him playing all the time, which I know a lot of our BYU friends are. But the average fan just keeps hearing about how sensational he is.
Right, we get the report from FIBA.
You haven't seen
report from Hoop
you
Summit.
haven't seen. I mean, a lot of people, even though McDonald's, Hoop Summit, like not many people really watch those games.
I didn't tune in for the games.
I did, but like I don't know that like it's just nationwide. Like I don't even know if I don't think he had a high school game. I shouldn't say this. He probably had a high school game on major.
But the fact that you don't know lends itself to this point. Yeah.
Yes. So he's a bit of a mystery, which is like even more exciting. And to find out what he'll be like in the Big 12, I mean, he is like Hubert Davis is a court coach, they call them, at that USA basketball event right now as they're getting ready to take on the world. By the way, those games are going to be on USA Basketball's YouTube starting like late, I think 10 days or something like that. So it's cool. So we can watch there. But there is like a mystery around him.
Yeah.
And it's exciting.
Yeah, it is.
And so I don't know. I can't. Oh, this is what I was saying. Sorry, I lost my train of thought. With Hubert Davis, he's going to be playing in a few months, North Carolina, in one of those like scrimmages. So like, it's about to go down. Like when I was
to see it.
I was reading about that this morning, and I was like, wow, okay, like he's going to be playing another big time college program, even though it's just a scrimmage in a couple months. Like we're almost there. And I am very, very excited for the bubble wrap to come off this dude and just to see him be prolific. Right? Yeah. That's what he's supposed to be. He went to prolific prep. I can't wait to see how prolific he is when he enters college basketball. And the Big 12. We are so lucky
we are.
that this guy's in the Big 12 playing in our conference. And your boy, I don't want to get out of here without talking about what Scott Drew. Give me the update on Scott Drew.
Well, here, let me finish with AJ real quick, and then we'll move into Drew because I want to talk Baylor. But I'm going to say a positive thing about BYU and then probably not do it all basketball season. This is why I saw a bunch of people kind of griping when we talked again about Rob Wright last week because Scott Drew did a press conference and get over it, move on. This is why the Rob Wright signing is so brilliant for BYU and why it makes so much sense for him to play there. I'll give them this because him playing next to AJ Dybantsa is frightening.
Yeah.
It is so scary. Like AJ Dybantsa can do anything on a basketball court. And now you're going to put him with what I thought was one of the best creators, pass-first point guards in America last year with Rob Wright. Dude, total
like in his
true
bones,
point guard,
in his
true point guard. Like he's gonna penetrate and kick. That's what he wants to do. But then if he has to shoot the three, if he has to score, brother, that guy can go score.
And when you least expect it, he'll get in traffic and hit a shot
Dude,
among all the bigs. And it's usually a
Dude,
shot you really need.
Rob Wright's going to make someone come help, and AJ's going to come screaming down the baseline. And we loved watching it with VJ last year, but
Yeah.
AJ's another level, right? AJ's going to come screaming down the baseline, lob threat. It's going to be Showtime Provo.
Yeah.
It's going to be wild.
It is. And you know, we know about Rob Wright. How he'll fit in there, you know, remains to be seen. But there's a lot of excitement around the mystery that is AJ Dybantsa. But you got to feel good that you know Rob Wright is somebody with the keys that's going to be in control.
Now that we've talked about that,